There's something unsettling about the way we navigate relationships, isn't there? It's like we're all walking around with these invisible signs plastered on our foreheads, and sometimes we're just too caught up in the moment to see them. I mean, let's be real. Love is supposed to be this beautiful, uplifting experience, right? But what happens when it morphs into something else entirely? When you start to feel like a pawn in someone else's game? It's alarming, really. There are signs, glaring signs, that you might be getting used in a relationship, and it's time we talked about them. First, let's talk about the imbalance of effort. You know how it feels when you're the one always reaching out, always making plans, always the first to say, I love you? It's like you're pouring your heart out into this relationship, and yet it feels like you're talking to a wall. You text them, and it's crickets. You suggest a date night, and they're too busy or not feeling it. But when they need something, oh, suddenly they're all ears. They're available, they're attentive, they're the perfect partner. It's like you're a convenience store for their emotional needs, open 24/7. But when it comes to reciprocation, good luck. It's exhausting, isn't it? You start to wonder if you're in a relationship or just a backup plan, and that's a hard pill to swallow. Then there's the emotional roller coaster. One minute, they're showering you with affection, and the next, they're cold as ice. It's like you're living in a constant state of anxiety, trying to decipher their mood swings. You find yourself walking on eggshells, questioning every little thing you say or do, hoping it won't trigger their next bout of indifference. It's a toxic cycle, and it's draining. You start to doubt your worth, your value in their eyes. You think, if I just try harder, maybe I can get back to that loving place. But the truth is, you shouldn't have to work that hard for someone's affection. Love shouldn't feel like a job, and yet here you are, clocking in and out of emotional labor every single day. And let's not forget about the lack of support. You know those moments when you need someone to lean on? When life throws you curveballs and you just want a partner to stand by your side? But instead, you find yourself alone, navigating the storm while they're off doing their own thing. It's like they're only there for the good times, the fun outings, the Instagram-worthy moments. But when the going gets tough, suddenly they're nowhere to be found. You start to feel like an afterthought, like your struggles don't matter to them. It's a lonely place to be, and it makes you question whether they truly care about you or if you're just a temporary distraction from their own issues. Now let's talk about the future, or rather the lack of it. You've been together for a while, and yet every time you bring up plans, it's like hitting a brick wall. They dodge the conversation, change the subject, or give you vague answers that leave you feeling more confused than ever. It's like they're keeping you in this limbo, not committing to anything concrete. You start to wonder if they see a future with you at all, or if you're just a placeholder until something better comes along. It's a painful realization, and it leaves you feeling unworthy, like you're just a stop on their journey rather than a destination. And what about the secrets? Those little things they keep hidden from you. It starts small, a missed call, a text that seems off, a conversation that feels just a bit too private. You brush it off at first, thinking it's no big deal. But then the secrets start piling up, and you can't help but feel like you're on the outside looking in. It's like they're living a double life, and you're just a character in their story, not the main event. You start to question their honesty, their loyalty. If they can't be transparent with you, what else are they hiding? It's a gut-wrenching feeling, knowing that someone you care about is keeping you in the dark. Then there's the manipulation. Oh, this one hits hard. You know those moments when they twist your words, make you feel guilty for wanting something, or turn the tables so that you're the one apologizing? It's like they've mastered the art of emotional chess, and you're just a pawn in their game. You start to feel like you're losing your grip on reality, questioning your own feelings and instincts. It's a toxic dance, and it's hard to break free. You want to stand up for yourself, but they make you feel like you're the one in the wrong. It's a mind game, and it's exhausting. You find yourself second-guessing everything, wondering if you're being unreasonable or if they're just playing you like a fiddle. And finally, there's the feeling of being taken for granted. You know that moment when you realize that your efforts, your love, your time, none of it is appreciated. It's like you're giving and giving, but they're just taking. You start to feel invisible, like your presence doesn't matter. You could disappear tomorrow and they wouldn't even notice. It's a crushing realization, and it leaves you feeling empty. You want to be valued, to be cherished, but instead, you're just another item on their to-do list. It's heartbreaking, and it makes you question everything you thought you knew about love. So what do you do when you start to see these signs? When the alarm bells are ringing, and you can no longer ignore the truth. It's a tough road, and it's not easy to walk away from someone you care about. But you have to remember that you deserve better. You deserve a relationship where you're not just a convenience, where your feelings matter, where you're not constantly questioning your worth. It's okay to prioritize yourself, to recognize when something isn't right. It's okay to say, enough is enough. You have the power to break free from the chains of a toxic relationship, to reclaim your happiness, your self-worth. It's a journey, and it won't happen overnight. But the first step is acknowledging the signs, recognizing that you're worth more than being used. You deserve love that lifts you up, that supports you, that sees you for who you truly are. And when you find that love, hold on to it tightly, because you've been through the fire and you've come out stronger on the other side. You've learned the signs, and you won't let them blindside you again. You're ready to embrace a love that's real, that's genuine, that's everything you've ever dreamed of. And that, my friend, is the most beautiful journey of all.